Snap if you hear me. Snap if you hear me. I said snap if you hear me. Snap if you hear me. Yeah, I just made that up today. Like, when I'm going with it, I'm going with it because it's fun, and I like to have fun because we have to have fun doing this thing called education. Because if we're bored, you already know they're bored. Bored. That's not what we want. We want them to be engaged. I don't know. Go figure. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go through this pretty quickly, and I want to point out that my good friend Aziza Benti, who is my filmmaker and photographer right here, she said, you're not on limited time, you want to maximize your time. And I was like, yes! Language is important, and we have to be intentional about the language that we use. So with that being said, can somebody tell me, what do you think about this person up top right corner, my right? What kind of student was she?
I think she's like a model.
Okay. You think she's a model? All right. What kind of, okay, so what do you think about her, whether as an adult or as a student?
She probably has quiet confidence about her.
Oh, quiet confidence. Okay, all right. All right.
What's funny is that I was thinking differently. I thought that she may have been the more outspoken one because her smile compared to the one at the bottom, she seems more engaged in it, or fully letting go.
Okay, all right. What do you think about her childhood? What kind of household did she grow up in? One parent, two parent, low income, high income? What do you think? If you had to guess.
I would say if we start playing into a stereotype, that's what we talked about, because she's black, she probably had a whole life, and she just had a mama and no daddy, and don't even know the daddy.
All right. Well, let's skip to the next exercise. But okay, all right, so let's hold that thought. So thoughts about this guy in the middle. What do you think he did or does? Yes?
I think he used to walk around the school rapping.
Walk around the school rapping, okay, all right. What else do you think about this gentleman right here? What might you guess about him?
Like
Class clown, all right.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Looks wealthy.
Looks wealthy. Okay. What kind of household? Low income, high income, if you had to guess? Low? Okay. What about this one on the right? What kind of student was she?
She looks very studious.
Studious. Yes, okay. Very studious. What do her parents do? Educators? We're moving on. Okay, what about this guy right here? What do you think he was like as a student?
Basketball, a future basketball.
Future basketball player, quiet,
Or football.
or football, all right. What do you think he does now? Nothing? Okay, all right. Okay, what about this student, what about this person right here? Quiet?
A dancer.
A dancer? All right. What do you think she does now?
A teacher, some type of teacher.
Principal, teacher? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy in the middle.
A pastor.
Yeah.
A pastor, any other occupations for him?
A businessman. Yeah.
He always gets that. I do this presentation all over. He always gets that. All right. What about this one right here? The one on the bottom, your left.
Living her best life.
Living her best life. Okay. Good student, bad student, high energy, low energy?
Good student.
Good student? Okay. What do you think she does now?
She's a yoga instructor.
Yoga instructor. I do teach yoga. All right. This guy right here, in the middle, the last one. Good student, bad student.
I think he was
Class clown.
Talkative, class clown.
he looked like he fight a lot.
Fight a lot. What does he do now?
Fashion designer.
Fashion designer. Okay, so Dr. Smith always got to spoil stuff. So when I do this with educators, a lot of times I only hear negative thoughts. Like literally every time. You guys are advanced, whatever. Well, obviously you're advanced, you're here. But the purpose is to get them to help to start thinking about how we're thinking about things. Because let me tell you who these people are. Some of you know them, okay. So when I do this all around the world, people don't know, but these are all my friends. So upper left corner, that is Dr. Hamani Henderson. She comes from Chicago. She was very outspoken, but kind of quiet, but she did speak her mind. Now again, she is a doctor. She's in California doing research like on medicine and amazing research. This is Santana Barnes. Anybody know Santana in here? Mm-hmm. Santana Barnes, he graduate of Riverview Gardens. In his own words, he is everything good about the hood. So he grew up low income. I had a very traumatized with childhood, very traumatic childhood growing up. He is an entertainer, he's a musician, he's open for like Jagged Edge and a whole bunch of other people. In addition, his son is a student here at Washington University, and together they just started a business in this past October. Over how much?
Shoot, by now they're making 1.5 million, set to make 1.5 million a year.
Yes, Hats for Days.
Yep.
Yes, Washington University as a freshman. But again, his traumatic childhood, he is now also one of my educational consultants. When I bring him in, literally educators cry every time. I'm like, look, don't make him cry so soon. Just give us a second. Okay, then we have Ada Sams, who's one of my sorority sisters. She is a very high up working for Google. Her mom is an educator, was a principal in Normandy. She's very talkative. Then we have Chris Phillips in the hat. He is, anybody know Chris? Raise your hand if you know Chris. Chris Phillips from St. Louis. He completed the documentary Ferguson 365, which has won international awards from St. Louis. Then we have Dr. Jeanette Dumas. She is she's a sorority sister. Optometrist.
And she teaches.
And she teaches, yes. So she's kind of quiet, very reserved, but not really. She likes to have a lot of fun. Definitely amazing. Then we have Kedrick Elmore. I met him when I worked at Kansas State University, and he told me, he was like, yeah. I was like, so, you know, what are you majoring in? And he said, you know, I'm gonna be a pilot. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I've never met a black pilot. And so I was like, would you be my nephew's mentor? Because I need him to see a black pilot so he can know the possibilities. Kedrick Elmore. Then we have Tara Thompson. Anybody know Tara Thompson in the room? Tara Thompson, she graduated with me from Webster Groves. She's also a Delta. And she is an activist. She's a computer genius. But in addition to that, like, where did she go to the Geneva Convention? Like, who goes to the United Nations of your friend groups? Yeah, I'm here to go to Palestine this week. I have to do some work to solve some peace. And, like, literally, can you come and talk? I mean, if I were a teacher, can you come and talk to my students? Let's make this information real. Then we have M.K. Asante. Anybody know him? Anybody? He's an author. The librarian, of course, would know because he's an. But M.K. Asante, he was actually Morgan State University's youngest tenured professor. But let me tell you about his background. He got kicked out of school multiple times. In addition to that, like they said, he wouldn't be anything. All of the things. Of course, he met an English teacher. No big deal, I'm an English teacher. But he met an English teacher and he found his love for language and his love for writing. He's a successful author, musician, filmmaker. This guy is doing great things. But when I show this to people and when I show this to you all, it's to help us to think about how we're thinking about things. Because these are our future students right here. How are you thinking about the students that are in your school, in your classroom, the students that you see at the grocery store, that you see on the news? Are you thinking about them like, hey, they could be a future filmmaker. Hey, they could be a future pilot. We're already into culturally relevant pedagogy because it is not a prescription. There is no, this is how you do it, check 1, check 2, check 3. But it is how you think about the curriculum, the issues, the students, and so forth. We're already in. Last night I had the opportunity to speak to students at Miami University, Ohio. I was like, Miami? Oh, wait a minute. They threw me all off. But I had the opportunity to talk with them, but they were really interested. But how do you do it? Like, how? There is no prescription. It's kind of like, well, how do you have a good relationship with your partner? Because if there was a manual on that, I guarantee you, we'll probably be a few more. Anyway, so you get the point. Everyone is a genius, right? That's what Liberated Genius believes in. We believe that everyone is a genius because we all have something to offer. So, does anybody know any of those people? I do. Who is the guy in the upper right? Because I think he's probably the most quote unquote famous.
He's the one that does the
Books and Bros. Yes, indeed. From what school district? Hazelwood. Claim of Hazelwood. Yes, Books and Bros. I mean, when Oprah gives you a shout out, okay, let's start there. Yes, CNN has interviewed like mad people. Books and Bros. Anybody know the girl on the left, top left? No? No? Okay. She did a speech where?
Was it the Women's March?
At the Women's March this year. She goes to Ladue and she is giving amazing speeches. In addition to speaking at the Women's March, she's also going to be speaking at UMSL for, what program is that? Do you remember? For a program, I think it's sponsored by the Gender Women's Studies Department. I can't remember, but she's amazing. Anybody know this guy right here on the left side? Mikey. Who is Mikey? Mikey is a business owner. He's how old? He's 10 years old. He has what? He has a vending machine. He writes books. I'm saying, I need to step my game up. Clearly. He teaches kids how to be business owners. Okay, anybody know this young girl on the right? Raise your hand if you know her. Huh? Raise your hand if you know her. Raise your hand. Nobody knows her? She sells cookies?
Yes, okay.
Okay, she sells cookies.
Good cookies.
She amazing cookies. You know her name?
I can't remember her
You
name, but
can't-
I remember those cookies.
Yes, they are so good that, wait, did she pay you to say that?
No.
Okay, they are so good. I don't like chocolate chip cookies, but I woke up the next morning like, oh my God, I need a chocolate chip cookie. Can you please stand up? Tell us your name.
My name is Tamia.
Oh wait, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Tell me, speak a little louder.
My name is Tamia Coleman Hopkins. I am 11 years old and I am the CEO of Mia Streets Black.
What do you do? What is this Mia Streets Delights? What do you do?
I bake.
You make what?
I bake cookies, cupcakes, and brownies from scratch.
How old are you again?
11.
Thank you very much. I need to step my game up because clearly. My point is, are you seeing your students like me as a current business owner? Do your students know about Mia? No? Oh, do they know about any of these people? Maybe Books and Bros, maybe. What about the guy in the middle down there? Anybody know him? His name is Ramarni Wilfred. He's from London. You should probably write his name down. Ramarni Wilfred, Wilfred. That spelling could be off, but you should definitely Google him. His IQ is higher than Stephen Hawking and Albert Einstein. When you think of genius, do you think of him? Do you have a picture of him in your school? Because your students need to see him. They need to see themselves in the future. You need to see them in the future. Again, social justice, equity, culturally relevant pedagogy, rooted in how we think about the social context, about the students, about the curriculum, about instruction. So, I guess I'll tell you a little bit about what it is. But to be honest, I could just go home right now, but I'm not. We're going to go a little bit deeper. So it's a pedagogy that empowers students individually and collectively, intellectually, socially, collectively, culturally, emotionally, and politically. It's rooted again in how we think about these things. Now with that being said, I want to highlight politically. The reason I'm highlighting that is because what we're doing when we are using this pedagogy is we are teaching our students how to be active citizens and participants in this thing we call a democracy. This is what separates it from other pedagogies where it's like, oh, this is just good teaching. Because you can do good teaching where you're thinking about students in the future. But are we thinking about them and engaging them in the current situations that are going on, the current economic crisis, the current political crisis, you name the crisis. Are they engaged in it? Are you engaging them in it? Or do you say, hey, let's not talk about that? Because if she is already a business owner, she's only 11 years old, what if we like got her into like civic engagement at the age of 11? Has 3 tenets. Again, there is no prescription. Socio-political consciousness, that is the so what factor, which we're going to discuss. Cultural competence, what we talk about is it being used to help students become bicultural. So a lot of times when people think about cultural competence, they're like, okay, so I need to learn about what does race, class, gender, socioeconomic status, what do those things mean? I need to think about that. But that's not actually what Dr. Ladson-Billings meant. When she said helping students be bicultural, what she meant was that they would have or be firmly rooted in their own culture first. And then learning about another culture so that we can be fluent, so that we can have access to a wider arena. So being bicultural, using culture as a vehicle and or bridge for learning. Then the third tenet is academic achievement, which is requiring academic excellence with support, depth versus coverage. And then lastly, thinking about them for the long run. And I gave you the examples with the pictures, right? So we're gonna go into this just a little bit deeper. And raise your hand if you are a administrator. So, okay, so we got some administrators in the building. Raise your hand if you are a teacher. Okay, raise your hand if you are a student. Lifelong student, right? Me too, okay, I'm a student of life. Raise your hand if you are a community member and or parent. There's lots of parents, right? We wear multiple hats. Raise your hand if you work at the university level. So you see we have a wide range of people here. So we're going to, when we start working, we're going to mix these groups up a bit so that we can hear from the different experiences on how we can use culture to engage our students and use that as a bridge for academic excellence so that we can engage them. Because, you know, with engagement, I don't know, comes like academic success. I don't know. So, socio-political consciousness. What is it? This is the so what factor. I'm starting with this one because most of the time I never get to it. And most educators that try to practice culturally relevant pedagogy, what happens is they do not engage with this one right here. So, this is rooted in civic engagement. It is the so what factor. Connecting learning to everyday life, helping students develop a critical consciousness that allows them to critique the world that they live in. So what we want to do is we want to think about our students as partners by having them, I don't know, teach us a few things, we teach them a few things. Students, raise your hands again. Do you all have some things that you probably could teach me? Yeah, right? I mean, could you teach me how to Dougie? Let's start there. That's important, you know. Okay, right. Okay, but you could teach me about your experience. You could teach me a lot about what's going on. Let me give you some examples. So there is a teacher, she is in St. Louis Public. She teaches science, and a lot of times, especially educators in science and math, they're like, well, how do we use culturally relevant pedagogy? Like, I could see it in English and history, but this is science. Let me tell you what this woman, what she did.